What's the problem with drag queens? Do you object to drag queens reading stories to children? Is this something Christians would object to? Well, for some reason, there has been a sudden explosion of drag queen shows in front of students, children, and even babies. Yes, babies. Here are 2 clips taken off YouTube, but any of you can search for them yourselves. There are so many videos on YouTube of these things.
Now to a drag show showdown in Elk Grove, a student-led drag performance by Pleasant Grove High School's LGBTQ group, getting backlash and praise.
See-through sequin dress, body gyrating. You might think you're at a nightclub. Not nearly. This is the 2017 Learning Expo for Community School District 4. Essentially an evening talent show for elementary and middle school students of East Harlem. This performance was listed in the program as a special surprise.
Seeing him get on all fours, legs wide open, spread out for all to see.
There was even one drag show for babies, and I'm shocked that parents attended with their babies, thinking this was a good idea.
Footage has gone viral this week of a show called Cabba Baba Rave that is meant for babies. Yes, babies. It is a touring show that goes from place to place, performing sexual cabaret for babies and toddlers.
So what is the problem with this? A person was asking this question, and they were sincerely asking and seemed to see nothing wrong or objectionable about these drag events. Well, here are my objections. First of all, it is sexualized entertainment. Children don't benefit from being exposed to over-sexualized displays like this. They are efforts to sexualize children before children are mature enough to deal with sexualization. Drag shows sometimes contain explicitly sexual or profane language and encouraging children to touch strangers in areas of the body that are usually covered by undergarments. We're trying to teach kids about good touch and bad touch, and desensitizing kids to overt depictions of adult sexuality is just dangerous territory. All of this is extremely inappropriate. It is not psychologically healthy to over-sexualize children. As a Christian, I object to it. It is our role to nurture children in responsible directions, and this is not it. Second, drag queens dress in a way that is an overt sexual mockery of the way real women dress and use makeup. Some people view it as an equivalent of blackface. In other words, woman face. It's as misogynistic as blackface is deemed racist. And as a Christian, I object to both misogyny and racism. Third, the only reason people push for it is to make gender fluidity acceptable and to destigmatize transgender expression. As a Christian, I object to that. The Bible teaches both gender stability and gender distinction. Fourth, if people are truly just interested in reading to children in the library, they could just do that without the gaudy makeup, dresses, and making a big deal about it. But if there's something else afoot and another agenda at work, then there's a reason it becomes a drag show. As a Christian, I see the reason behind it, and I object to it. Fifth, the person who asked this question countered that it's just entertainment, there's no big deal. I say that just because it's labeled as a performance doesn't give it a free pass or justify it in the presence of children. Striptease is performance, but I don't want my child there. R-rated movies with strong sexual content are entertainment, but I don't want my child there. Nor do I want my child exposed to the performance of a bawdy comedy act. Just because it's a performance doesn't make it appropriate for children. Entertainment shapes our thought processes and our values. we have to be circumspect and responsible about what we expose our children to. Sixth, and I'll quote Candace Owens here, quote, "It is not normal for a grown adult male who is dressing up like a woman and living out his sexual fetishes to demand access to children while he does it," unquote. Seventh, if a woman was almost completely nude or in bondage wear and was gyrating in front of children, we would label it as objectification, exploitation, and inappropriate. But when a man is almost completely nude or in bondage wear and is gyrating in front of children, we label it as acceptable entertainment? No. The more appropriate label is abominable. In my mind, as a responsible adult, parent, youth pastor, and Christian, there is nothing appropriate about drag shows for babies, children, or students.